So if you watched the first 2017 travel vlog, I mentioned why I never got that up when it should have gone up. One of the reasons being is that I unexpectedly had to travel in July and August. Now, I actually did vlog all of that, and this is that vlog. Now, this was shot in late July and early August, and the reason this is going up is because this really threw off my schedule because I wasn't really expecting to go on this trip. So that threw off my personal schedule with school and scouts, and there was so much stuff that I had to catch up with. And then when Hurricane Harvey hit, we kind of just had to go and move out here because, stuff happened. So that is the reason why, even though I shot this in July and August, that it is just coming up now. I also said in my last vlog that if you want to go check out my Flickr page, I put a ton of bus pictures and nature pictures and a whole bunch of just random stuff on there from this trip and the last trip, and I'm keeping it more updated than I have in a long time. So the link will be down below if you want to go check that out. Anyways, I might just pop in at random times just to explain what's going on if I don't think that I did a well enough job of explaining it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the vlog. So, more traveling. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling here. But basically, let me explain. I don't know when this video is coming out. I don't know if my last travel video, when that goes up. But about a month ago, I was out in California, just visiting with my uncle because I hadn't seen him in years. The thing about my uncle is he has a lot of health problems, let's say that. And unfortunately right now he's having another major health problem, which means that he's in the hospital for an extended period of time. And because of that, my cousin is left alone. My mom has to be here to take care of my brothers. My grandma can't go out because she has to take care of her husband, who is also having health problems. So of course, I'm the next best option. Today is Tuesday, July 18th, and I found out about an hour ago that tomorrow I'm flying to California. And I don't know how long I'm going to be out there. I'm probably going to be spending my birthday out there. I'm going to be spending a couple weeks out in California. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So the first thing I got to do is pack. I'm flying United. Alright, so I now have a flight. It leaves from Bush Airport, which is the main Houston airport, and then I get to go to Las Vegas, which I was in the airport last time, and it was a really cool airport. And I'm kind of excited to go back there, and I think I'm in another terminal this time, so that's fun. And then from there to San Francisco. I actually get to sit in first class on the way to San Francisco, which is like the 3 hours and 45 minutes because they had no economy seats. Right now the row is all to myself, which would be awesome if that actually stays. But on the way to San Francisco, I get an aisle seat, and I have to share it with people. But that's only like an hour flight, so I'm not worried about that one. You know, some people normally give me a lot of crap for uploading videos but not releasing them for maybe like a month or a couple weeks after they're already uploaded. This is the perfect example of why I do that. It's because sometimes either my computer's not working, or in this case, I'm going to be out of town. I really don't even know how long I'm going to be out for. So I already have probably 10 videos that I can, just release. So I'm going to be set for videos for a little bit, which is good. So I'm also going to bring my webcam just because, maybe I'll do a live stream if the internet's decent out there. I'm out here in my garage if you're wondering. So I'm all packed. I think I'm ready to go. Honestly, I don't really know, I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I don't know how long I'm going to be out there for. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm in a class right now online, so I certainly have that to do. But like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be out there, because my uncle, he could be in the hospital for a week, he could be in the hospital for a month, he could be in the hospital for 6 months. I'm only going to be out there for, like, the last day that I can possibly be out there is about a month from now, before I definitely have stuff that I have to be here back in Houston for. But I don't really know what I'm gonna do there besides school, because I was kind of already there. But there is one sub place that I do want to go and eat again that was awesome. So I don't know, we're just gonna have to kind of play it by ear. My flight is at 11:25 tomorrow. I depart from Bush International, and so that means I got to leave around 8:30 or so. It's my plan for tomorrow, 6 hours, and I should be in San Francisco around 3 o'clock their time. All right, leaving Houston. I board in about an hour. This airport's a lot bigger than I remember, too. My last flight got delayed by an hour, which screwed up the flight that I'm supposed to have here. So I have about half an hour of layover until my new flight, but I'm here in Vegas. So I mentioned that a flight got delayed. Let me explain. Originally, I was supposed to be in Vegas for an hour and 10-minute layover after Houston, but apparently there was a bad rainstorm that was going on in Vegas that caused a delay. Of course, I checked the radar and there was nothing bad. So originally, they told us before we boarded, okay, it's going to be like a 10-minute delay, but we're going to go ahead and start boarding you anyway. So we all boarded and everyone got on, everyone sat down. We're about to, get ready. They're going to start doing their safety demonstrations or whatever. And then we all get texts on our phone, or at least those of us that had the notifications on. That text message said that it was going to be delayed by around 50 minutes or so. So I still had a little bit of hope because my layover in Vegas was an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. So then they take us all off the plane and we had to wait there. And about half an hour in, they send us another text message saying that it got even further delayed. So now it's about 2 hours behind schedule, which definitely screwed up my flight. And United didn't even really do anything about it at all. I mean, there was no, sorry, or, there was no free meal on us, or, whatever, I thought that was kind of ridiculous. I know that delays are a common thing, but you also caused me to miss my next flight. And of course I was able to change it, thank God. I don't think they handled it really well. I think that they could have done a lot better handling that situation. I walked halfway across the airport, but it's food. This is a big airport. Let's see how long it takes to get back. I should have gotten a pretzel. I made it to San Francisco. I have half an hour to find the bus and get my luggage. Perfect. There's already stuff coming out. Got my luggage. Time to find my bus. 68 is much nicer than Houston, but it's also a lot colder than I remember. It's getting really cold out here, and I know it's just because we're by the bay, but I'm used to the hot weather. My bus should be here in 10 minutes, so, and then it's about an hour and 45 minutes with stops, so hopefully that comes soon.
When I do this route, before I'm pedaling at 7:20, we're going to be there for about 5 minutes. So that would get us out of there around 7:25. And again, keep in mind, this is if we're there then. I'll have to adjust them later or confirm. Keep in mind, there's a lot of nights when myself or the guy who has this route, we're not up at the airport until 8:15. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just giving you for instances for now. So bear with me, I'll get back to you in a little while and give you much, much better one. Okay, now.
This guy literally talked nonstop for like 10 minutes. And it was funny at first, and then it just got really annoying. So the bus just dropped off, and my uncle's friends are picking me up. I have no idea who they are. I don't see them anywhere. And, yeah, so basically what goes on now is I'm gonna hop in their car, they'll take me to the hospital, I'll visit with my uncle for a little bit, and then I'll get the keys to his truck and head back to his house and go from there, I guess. And it's cold out here. So I just made it to my uncle's house, all safe and sound. Let me show you my ride for the week. Instead of a bright blue Toyota, now I get a bright red Toyota. He calls it the Punisher, which is interesting because I call mine the Destroyer. Toyota T100. You know, it's interesting too. All Toyotas that I've ever driven, they're set up the exact same. And I mean, this being, 25 years old, it's still set up the same way as my, a 12-year-old truck. Alright, well, I'm back here, and you know what? I like this room. I really do. Like, the bed is super comfortable. It's a little... I don't know, there's just something about this room that I really like. It is currently 8:50, which is 10:50 my time, so I've had a super long day, and my uncle's trying to get me and my cousin to go out and do something, but I am just knocked out. So I think I'm just going to kind of call tonight. I might go out and get something to eat because I really haven't eaten recently. I ate at 3 o'clock, which is 5 o'clock my time, which is practically dinner. But I'm still kind of hungry because I haven't eaten a whole lot today. The good thing is that they have a lot of Mexican soda, or well, they have like the Mexican Cokes and whatnot where they use real sugar. So that is the first thing I got. Well, I got a Mexican Fanta, but first thing I got when I got here. So I'm in my uncle's man cave, and it's the coolest thing. I mean, it's so cool. Like, this is kind of like, it's just awesome. Not that. But I mean, like, look at it. It's just so cool. Some people say my truck is ghetto, but, this is the key to open the door, and this is the key to start the truck. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, Metallica. Alright. The only weird thing about this truck is the location of the ignition. I'm used to it being, over here. But it's right here because the shifter's right there. Alright. Let's start her up! Yeah! There we go. Well, My phone is being a little weird right now, so I hope I'm going the right way. Okay, I know where I'm at, which is good. Oh, too bad it's not as good as Whataburger. Alright, so it is about 10:20, and I just crashed last night. Like, I slept pretty good, but this time difference has me all sorts of screwed up, because I'm 2 hours behind my normal time. Not really sure what I'm gonna do today. Like, I'm kind of hungry because, you know, I'd be eating lunch right now. Gotta get used to this time, so I'm gonna wait until it's actually noon. Alright, so I just got a text from my uncle, and apparently they're gonna be releasing him today. But that doesn't mean that I can go just yet, because he still has to be on rest, and he's not supposed to be doing anything for probably a week or so. So I've still got probably at least till Saturday that I'm here, is my guess. I don't know, we're just gonna have to kind of see and play by ear. You know, for an old truck, this is pretty fun to drive. We all know someone who has a truck like this. Okay, so take back what I said about liking driving this truck. It's not like... Okay, let me explain. I was turning off of the highway and getting onto a main road, and I was exiting on the ramp, and it was a pretty sharp turn. So I had the wheel like this, and I feel it lock up. And I'm like, okay, well, this has got to be ghetto. So I start slowing down. Maybe I'm going a little too fast, but the steering is still locked up. Apparently, the truck decided to die on me. So, you know, that was fun, and I had a whole lot of people behind me, too. Here are the hazards, but you see, you push the hazards in. Oh, one turns on. Okay, because just a second ago, I pushed it in, but nothing happened. You had to hold it in there. So, whatever. I'm here at the hospital picking up my uncle, so I see him now. So apparently, my uncle was telling me, I just got back here, my uncle was telling me that truck has never done anything like that to him, which kind of says something about Toyota. So, the 234,000 miles that's driven, that's been driven on it, never died. So, yeah, we're trying to work out to put that into the Toyota dealership and to get a rental car. And I kind of hope we get a new Tacoma, because I'm driving like an old generation, and I have an old generation, and I really want a new generation, so that would be nice. Alright, so it is 3 o'clock now, and we are gonna take the truck to the dealership and get a rental car there. Unfortunately, we don't get a Tacoma, but we managed a Camry, which is fine, but hey, it's a Toyota, so whatever. It's currently 9:40, which means it's almost midnight my time. I still haven't eaten dinner, so I guess I'm gonna go and get something. Arby's is the top contender right now, so yeah. Alright, so it's a little bit after 9:30. It's Friday, don't really know what I'm gonna do today. Guess we're just gonna have to see. Alright, it's about 5 o'clock. Just been working on schoolwork for the most part. Got In-N-Out Burger though, so, you know, that's good. It's currently 12:10 back home, which means that it is 10:10 here. I'm just bored and found this live stream. So, didn't really do a whole lot today, just kind of worked on school stuff, so hopefully tomorrow will be a little more fulfilling, I guess. Alright, so at this point, I kind of really skipped over about 6 days or something. And the reason being is because I knew I wasn't going to be doing anything. My uncle, he had been just kind of sitting around, and I just had to watch him and make sure he was doing alright. So I couldn't really go out and do anything. Pretty much my days were filled with reading my school textbook and getting way ahead of class and just watching Netflix. I mean, I didn't have this computer with me. All I had is a junky little laptop. So I was just kind of stuck there and didn't really vlog at all. Today is Thursday, I have not been vlogging, but you have not been missing anything. I've just really been doing school and just kind of general house stuff. It's been pretty boring here. But I'm at the Toyota dealership. We're dropping off our rental car. Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for my uncle to, I guess, really do that. It's still Thursday. I'm not feeling too great today. I haven't checked my phone. I've just been lying in my bed, just kind of laying down, and I don't really know. So today is Friday. I get to read this book for school. You can see I'm about, I don't know, I think I've done 40 pages. It's about 100 more, but I think I'm just going to sit in my uncle's kind of man cave thing. Like, it's cool in here. I like this. No, there are not servers in there. It's a bunch of music stuff, but still cool nonetheless. Alright, so today is Saturday. It's almost 1 o'clock, and I'm gonna go down to the San Francisco area. Gonna get some picture-otic scenes, some cool stuff. I just kind of wish that I brought my DSLR with me, but this phone has an awesome camera, so I'm not complaining.
In Wisconsin. Both her husband and her went to high school with me. I saw them when I was back.
Now, the reason I made that clip is because I had to sit in the back seat of an extended cab truck, which was so uncomfortable for me. I'm 6'2", I'm kinda tall, so I was pretty much just had, that much space. I was kinda complaining because my cousin is, shorter than me, so Alright, it is about 6 o'clock here, and just got back, so it was awesome out there. Probably did about 2.5 miles or so hiking, and I'll tell you, San Francisco certainly is a lot harder than Houston just because of the hills and the weather, because it was in the 60s when I'm used to it being in the 90s when I do the hiking and whatnot. We went and got some cupcakes, which were pretty solid, and yeah, so in about half an hour we're gonna head over to like a Dave & Buster's place and just kind of hang out there for a couple hours. We're going to that place now. So this place was kind of interesting. Now, when we got there, my cousin and uncle and my uncle's friends were in awe by this place. And I didn't really show much because we only stayed there for probably about half an hour or so. But the reason they were in awe is because they had never seen a place that, like a all-in-one fun center, I guess, if you will. So this place had bowling, and it had arcade games, and it had trampolines and this and that. And there was nothing like it. They'd never heard of it. They've never seen anything like it, and it was really weird for me because there were places like that kind of just littered all over Houston. And I was especially surprised because San Francisco is a big kind of, it's a touristy area. It's a big California city. So when they told me that they'd never been to anything like it or they never heard or seen of anything like it, that really kind of caught me off guard because I was expecting, a different response. I'm watching Impractical Jokers. It's like 11:30 here. So it is 1:01 in the morning, and surprise, I'm not asleep still. And that's because I'm hungry, and I was like, okay, well, why am I hungry? Oh wait, I never ate dinner. So, downstairs making me some leftover pizza. And I just realized that we have this thing. Let's go downstairs and check on the pizza. A little bit longer. I see what it did there. Alright, this should be done. That is definitely done. I don't think so. Alright. Pizza. Peanuts, because, you know, those are good. Sriracha mayo for the crust, because, you know, you gotta eat the crust. Okay, so how do you eat your pizza? Because I know my way's a little bit weird, but I always eat the crust first, and I always have. Sriracha mayo was a good choice. Oh, I will have you know that they burnt that crust and it was not me. Alright, so it is 12:40 Sunday, and yeah, my uncle is out pretty much all day today. He's going to a concert in Berkeley with his buddies, and they're going to be out most of the day, so that leaves me here with my cousin. But my goal for today is to try and jumpstart on my essay that I have to do in, I think, like a week, like next Monday or something. So I'd like to get a good part of it done so that I can start reading my other book that I have to write about, because that'll take, I'm going to split it up into 3 days at least. If I get half of this done, then I'll be good. I started, but let's be real, I didn't get very far. It's about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get something to eat. Not lunch, because, well, it's past lunch, but just something small. I'll eat a big for dinner. So, guess what I haven't been doing? It's 4:30 and still haven't been working on it, so I think I'm going to try and focus on that now. Maybe. So, I was just about to start working on my stuff like I had said, but my mom called and there's a lot of family drama and crap, and it's just getting annoying at this point because honestly, there has been so much of it, and especially over like this past couple months, past 3 or 4 months, it is really, really getting annoying. And you know, I'm not even going to get into it. All of it is pointless, and pretty much this point of what my mom told me pretty much crossed the line between, okay, this is, you know, these are problems that every family has, and then the line of, this is just a bunch of bullshit. Because honestly, what I just heard was so much of it, and I believe it all because I know that it's true. So I'm gonna try again to hopefully work on that. One thing that I did mention to my mom is that we were talking about when I would come back, because I've been out here about a week, a little over a week, like a week and 3 or 4 days. And one of the things that I mentioned is that I kind of want to go back to Tucson just for a couple days. I don't really know why. I just kind of feel like I want to go out there. That might be something. And I would be, it'd be weird because I'd be spending my birthday away from my family, which I've never done before, or my immediate family rather, you know, my mom, dad, brothers. It'd be weird because I've never done that before. Either way, whether I stay here in California or if I do end up going out to Tucson, I would be with family. So I don't know, but my mom's going to talk to my grandma, see if I can possibly go out to Tucson, maybe just for, 3 or 4 days, just to go out there. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. Now I'm going to try and work on my essay. It's 5:30, and guess what I still haven't been doing? So instead, I have been looking around, and I found a high school here. Well, it's not here. It's a good drive from here. It's not too far, but it's not super close. But anyway, has a bus lot right next to it, and I did some digging around, and it is a gated one, but the gate goes right next to the high school parking lot, and the high school doesn't have a gate. So I think I'm gonna head over there and try and snap some pics or something, get a video or something. So that's good. And then I'm kind of craving Wendy's for no reason for dinner, so I think I'm gonna head out and get some Wendy's probably here in about half an hour or so. I kind of like the thing being right there, but wrong key. They both look the same. That's the wrong key also. What? I swear it just worked. You were just working. Alright, it has a green light around there. Maybe now it'll work. Or not. I swear this is so ridiculous. How? Foot on the brake. Maybe that'll do something. Nope. This is stupid. Okay, so now I thought that maybe if I step out of the truck, lock it, and then come out and do it, that it'll do something. So let's try this key to unlock it. Guess what? It's not unlocking. And let's try this key to unlock it. Okay, there it goes. Now, this is the key I used to unlock, so that means this is the key to start. There we go. Only took me like 20 minutes to start up. God. So, my phone didn't know where I was, so I was just kind of driving around for 10 minutes hoping I was going the right direction. Turns out I wasn't, and I parked in this parking lot here to, just kind of figure out where I am and where I'm supposed to be going, and all of a sudden it decides, oh, here, let me just start giving you the right directions now. Alright, this looks like a lot. There's a lot of G5s, microbirds rather, and I see a handful of Geridians also, and a good amount of HDXs, so that's interesting, but nothing I really didn't expect. Alright, fairly small bus lot. I got a handful of pictures, couldn't actually go in, but whatever, so yeah. Alright, after much driving around and I found another bus slot, I am here at Wendy's. Because, yeah, So guess what I still haven't done? I've been trying, but I really haven't gotten anywhere. I'm trying to get at least one page done tonight because it's going to be 6 pages in total. But so I was talking with my mom earlier, and we were talking about possible days that I could be coming back. And I think what I want to do, or what I told her, is I want to go out to Tucson, go back to Tucson again. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like that's the thing to do. I'm looking at flights right now, and I'm thinking of leaving next Sunday, so that means that I will be spending my birthday here. And like I said earlier, that'd be particularly weird for me just because I've never spent it away from family, or from my immediate family rather. If I do end up going to Tucson, I'll stay out there until that Friday, or I'll be flying back that Friday. Then I stay out there for 5 days or so because I have stuff to do back in Houston that next week. So one of the things about me is that I don't like to work, or like I don't mind working. I get stuff done only in certain periods of time. If I feel like being productive, I could be productive for hours on end. But if I'm not feeling productive, it's very hard for me to focus on something. And that's the situation that I'm in right now. I don't feel like I'm ready to work. I don't feel like doing anything. And I really don't like that about myself. It's such a pain sometimes because like I know that I need to, but I just can't get my mind to, focus on that. So, in spite of that, I have created an incentive for myself, and we'll see how this works out. If I can finish this one page, I will go downstairs and I will have a freaking cupcake because I think I explained this yesterday or like 10 minutes ago or whatever. We went to this cupcake place and they had some good cupcakes. If I can do it, I will reward myself. So, kind of want a cupcake, but don't really feel like working. Well, this idea certainly hasn't worked at all. Basically, for the past, I really don't know how long, I've just been looking at places to hike because, that sounds like something to do. I doubt I'm gonna be able to do this tonight. It's 1:15 in the morning. Totally didn't get anything done. Maybe 2 sentences. It's progress. My uncle brought home French fries. No clue why, but who am I to deny them? I was hoping for In-N-Out animal style, but McDonald's will do. Alright, it is Monday at around 1 o'clock, and I am booking flights to go different places. Yay! This time, I get to fly American for all of my flights, so it's weird. Last time I came from Tucson to San Francisco, I flew Southwest, and that's the airline that, if we fly anywhere, that's the one that we use primarily. And then coming out here, I only had a choice of United because, well, I just had one day. I had a couple hours to book it. IAH, which is the main Houston airport, that's one of the main Delta hubs, or United hubs. I flew United out here, and now I get to fly American going to Tucson and then going back home to Houston. So, I was going to leave this coming Sunday, but prices increased to over $100, or they increased by over $100, so that's not happening. So instead, I'm going to leave Monday, a week from today, and then I will spend a few days out in Tucson, and I will leave that Friday and be back home that Friday. So, let's enter in some information now. Okay, hold up. You have to pay extra for the seats. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, never mind. That's for something different. Oh, come on. Okay, so apparently... Oh, this is ridiculous. So I had this problem with United as well. You would have to pay for their seats. But then I realized, oh, well, the only reason you have to pay for seats is because they're not the economy, they're not the regular seats. And I was hoping that American would do this, but apparently you have to pay for their seats as well. So, where shall I sit? Shall I sit right at the front and pay more? Or not too far back, but like right in front of the middle and pay less? Or I could sit in a middle seat and pay the least amount of money out of all of them. Okay, I'm gonna sit in seat 12A for $19. So, it was either paying $17, $19, and that was the only $19 seat, or $21. And I'm not going to pay $21 to sit in a seat just a little further up, so saving a little bit of money here and there. Oh, that was only from San Francisco to Phoenix. Okay. Now let's go from Phoenix to Tucson. Let's see if we got any seats there. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. So, I would think that a flight a week from now would be, they would have some seats open, but apparently they don't. So, I have to sit in the first class type deal. I don't want to say first class, but see, this paying for stuff, like paying for somewhere to sit when I'm already paying, a lot of money is kind of ridiculous. At least that's only like a 45-minute flight. But hopefully from Tucson to Houston, there will be no problems with this. Okay, so I booked my first flight, did everything. I had to wait some time because we didn't have one of the billing addresses. But now I'm working on my second flight, and it's going to go from Tucson to DFW, which is Dallas-Fort Worth, and then from DFW down to IAH. And it's like 2 weeks from now, and I have to go through the same BS because they don't have any available, like, economy seats. I don't, like, sure, I like sitting in the nicer seats, but, it's also the fact that I have to pay to sit in those seats, and I'd rather not pay, but whatever. So, I'm gonna sit in a window seat again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I am finally sitting, or now from DFW to IAH, there are some seats, but they're only in the way back. And I really don't want to sit in the way back. Kind of just want to get off and go home. I think we'll sit up front again. That's not a terrible price. I'm reading my book, so technically I'm working on my essay. I have to write part of my essay about this, so this book is very sad. It's talking about a lawyer in his early career who served as a lawyer for death row inmates, and it's extremely sad and all true, but it's an amazing story. I don't completely agree with it all, but it's a really interesting and eye-opening perspective on it. I've got about 40 more pages to go until I'm done for tonight. The more and more I read this book, the harder it gets to read, because, like I said, all of this is true, and it's so scary, I guess, to think. And it's really heartbreaking, and I can't stop reading it. I'm probably gonna get, like, I think I might finish this book tonight, maybe, depending on how fast I read. It's 11:30. I went downstairs and kind of hung out for a couple hours. I'm gonna finish reading. I don't have very much to go, but I'm gonna just try and get some done. Alright, so it's midnight, and I finished the portion of the book that I wanted to get done today, so I want to split it up into 3 parts. But I did a third and then some, so I might read another chapter tonight and get a little more done. And if I read, I think, maybe 2 chapters, then I'll be about halfway through the book. So might do that tonight, but since I never went through with that promise yesterday of trying to get stuff done, I'm going to go reward myself with a cupcake, and then I want to see... I noticed my uncle had Hulu, and I think there's a show on there that I used to watch that I only saw the first season of when it was on TV, and I loved it, and we canceled our cable after it, so I never got to finish watching it. The Last Man on Earth. So I want to see if that's on Hulu, and I think it might be. This cat apparently eats animals, and there's a mouse in the house. So... That cupcake was really good. It was chocolate cake with cream cheese frosting and coconut on top, which just sounds like such a weird combination, but it was awesome. And especially the frosting, the coconut, the shredded coconut on top, really kind of gave it a different texture than what I was expecting. It's 5 o'clock. Today's Tuesday. I've been reading that book. It's so hard to stop reading it. It keeps on dragging me in more and more. But I've got a good chunk of it done today. It's time for dinner now. Well, I hate to say it, but Tuesdays are kind of boring. I mean, there's nothing really to look forward to on Tuesday. Then again, there's nothing to look forward to on Monday. But I read a lot today, and just been kind of working on some stuff. Nothing really important, but... yeah. Nothing happened today. I just finished watching season 3 of The Flash, and holy shit, it was so... oh my god, I don't even have the words to describe how good it was. Like, by far my favorite season out of the 4 shows that DC does. Well, that's not including Gotham, but oh my god, it was so good. And I gotta start catching up on the other shows tomorrow. It's Wednesday. We're gonna go to lunch now. So it is 1:12 right now, and we just got back from lunch not too long ago. My uncle told me that we needed to run an errand real quick, so, you know, and then we'll go to lunch. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna run to the store and, you know, pick up this, or, you know, pick up my dry cleaning or whatever. We drive over to this little corporate park about 5 minutes from here. We're driving, and it's just a bunch of, you know, like corporate stuff, just a bunch of warehouses and buildings and all that stuff. And we're in this place for about 5 minutes, and he turns in, and I'm reading the signs, and it's like, oh, graphic design, lawyers, Boy Scouts of America. Oh, wait a minute, I know why we're here. So he decided to take me to a Boy Scout store just because I don't really know why. I mean, I was gonna go there either way, just not today. So I got some goodies out of it right there. I'm not even gonna bore you all with it because I know you don't find it interesting, but okay, I changed my mind. I do have to bore you for about 30 seconds. I'm going through these patches that I got, and this one is just so, like, beautiful. Like, I like the contrast of colors on there, and it's just, looks nice. Really like it. I don't know why, I just want to eat my cupcake in here. I'm telling you, these are very good. So it's chocolate, and this looks like dark chocolate ganache or frosting or whatever. This is like a salted chocolate. Maybe that's what's on top of it. Yeah, it's a salted chocolate. It's really good. Alright, so it's almost 7 o'clock here, and my uncle and I have been showing each other just really weird YouTube videos, like funny stuff, and just like, oh, I'm on that side of YouTube stuff every night for a couple hours. And, you know, with all my time on YouTube, and I'm far deeper than he is, I've already lost a lot of clips. Like, rather, I've already shown like my stockpile of just what the clips. So now I've got to find my some more. All right, it is 10:45. I've been watching Arrow since I finished The Flash yesterday, and I also worked a little bit on my essay. I'm like 400 words in, and it's got to be 1,500. So I've got all day tomorrow, all day Friday to do it. So I should be able to get it done. But then I've also got to work on some PowerPoints for various different things. So those are my next steps after I'll get this done. It's Thursday. It's 5 o'clock. We're about to go out to dinner. I've just been I'm trying to focus on writing my essay. I just can't. I'm like 450 words in, so I've got a little over 1,000 words to write. But it's like I said a couple days ago, it's just so hard for me to focus whenever I'm not in the mood to work. We're going out to dinner, and the thing I'm focusing on is just Tucson. Like, I'm ready to go out to Tucson next week, and I don't know, I'm just kind of excited. And it's also just weird to think that I'll be 20 in a few days. I'm getting old, but alright, so I'm gonna let my phone charge so then it doesn't die on me when we go out. It's weird, I've had a handful of people just like tell me, you're gonna do fine on your essay, Cameron, or good luck, or whatever, you got this. It's like all of a sudden, just today, no other day, it's just, I don't even know. There's barely enough space back here. I only have a little bit of space. But, whatever. Alright, it's Friday. Last night, I did get a good portion of my essay done. It's more than halfway done. So, I feel like I've been wanting to do a live stream for a couple days, so I think I'm gonna do that now, just because I don't know why, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So I did my live stream earlier. You know, it wasn't particularly interesting just because I didn't really have anything to do, but it was also different because I didn't have anything to do. But holy crap, I just realized that I only have a couple more days here because I leave Monday, so that means tomorrow and Sunday really for me to do stuff. So, because a week from now, I will be back home. So, I want to keep traveling, but I also kind of want to be home because, you know, it's just home. So, been working on my essay. I'm 914 words in out of 1,500. So, got my work cut out for me, but it's certainly doable. You know, it's weird watching these clips and editing it and me talking about going home and just ready to be home and stop traveling for a little bit when within a few weeks of me coming home and less than a month after I, recorded that clip, we had to leave, which was... It's just weird to think that I thought I was just going to go back to normal, when in reality, that was only going to last for a few weeks. Okay, I'm somewhat in the mood to write my essay, but I'm somewhat not. But I think I might be able to get it done tonight. I'm just kind of chilling here, listening to music, just relaxing, even though I totally should be working on my essay. What I am doing is I'm rereading this book, this other one. I didn't really like it that much, but I think that I might be able to, it might help my essay to reread it. So I have like 500 words left. So alright, it's 11:40, 20 more minutes, and then I guess I'll be 20. But I'm more like statistical, I guess, and I don't consider myself 20 until after the actual time. I can't wait for the floods of texts and phone calls tomorrow. Great word choice there, Cam. It's my birthday. Yeah, my grandma just called and we talked, and I might have found out why I like Whataburger so much. Apparently, she was a teacher for some time, and the day I was born, she would run between her classroom and the Whataburger to talk on the payphones because, you know, cell phones weren't really a thing then, which proves that I'm old, to find out that I was born. Numerous times she went between there and the Whataburger, which is really weird, but I guess that makes sense. We're gonna go out to eat here, no idea what, and we are gonna go to the county fair, which should be fun. My current gifts I've received include the last wallet that I had, but I love these things and I will definitely use it. Comic number 1, comic number 2, comic number 3. My age is on the bill now. I have said it before and I will say it again. I highly recommend these to a lot of people. This is my current wallet. It is impossible to tear. It has gone through everything. The material feels nice. It looks super cool. They're super cheap. They last a couple years each. This one's lasted me about a year and a half. They're like 20 bucks. So if they do break, then they're super cheap. I just had cheesecake. I've had that every year for my birthday because it's my favorite cake. And the cheesecake I had was really good. It was just so rich. It took me like probably 25 minutes to eat it all, or the whole slice, and it wasn't that big at all. Really, really rich. I'm still totally not working on my essay. I know it's my birthday and everything, and I just need to kind of like not do anything on my birthday, but it's still due in a few days, and I just kind of want to do a decent amount each day so that I don't have to do it, you know, all tomorrow. My uncle and cousin are out there getting their hair cut, so I'm just here working on my essay. We're going to the fair.
No lines over here. And then beeline farm before you leave.
Yeah. One shot, one way right here. Just land in a colorful and you win a prize. Yeah. You want right here? And easy to play and easy to play. Easy to play, easy to win. Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes until I'm officially 20.
Want to go get him a pin?
No. I'll do it. I will not. Yeah. The fair wasn't that bad, but it's time for dinner now. Alright, just watched Ant-Man. Good movie. Time to read now. Let me show you the one thing that creeps me out about this house. I'm currently in the bathroom. Check out how this light turns on. Creepy for the first time. Alright, today is Sunday, and it is my last day here. My flight will leave in less than 24 hours. I certainly enjoyed it here, and I'll miss it here. It'll be nice to be in Tucson with some other family that I haven't seen in, well, a few months. My main goal for today, I cannot wait any longer for the essay. It has to be done today, has to be uploaded today, because it's due 10 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, so 10 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, I will probably just be waking up then. So, I don't have a whole lot left on it, just a couple hundred words. I think it's under 200 words at this point. But I just gotta kind of finish up what I was thinking and then kind of piece it together. So, It's interesting how every time I start to like actually dive in and start writing my essay, something happens, or like not, not something important, but I get called and we talk, or a movie comes on, or in this case, lunch at 3 o'clock. So I've been working on my essay, and I thought that I had gotten enough done to the point where I was ready to give it to someone, and this someone, I just chose Xavier because he said he was good at U.S. history, and he can be very critical. So I gave him my essay, and I certainly have some work to do. I think he brought up a lot of good points, and I'm gonna start going off of what he said. Alright, my essay is over 1,500 words, 1576 if you're wondering. Just gonna kind of leave it be for right now, come back to it in a little bit. Less than 24 hours here, and I will be in Tucson. So I just reread my essay, got everything kind of straightened out. I'm feeling pretty confident about it. It's not my best piece of work. It's certainly not the worst I've ever done. I feel confident enough to be able to turn it in. Total amount of words is 1577, so I don't really know why I said that, but, well, it fits all the criteria. Alright, well, that is my last night here, pretty much. We ate dinner, watched Daredevil, first season, episode 1, never seen it before. I haven't seen any of the Marvel shows, and I've been waiting to do that until after I finished the Arrowverse. It didn't live up to the hype that I was expecting, but apparently it's a really slow build. I'm gonna clean up my room, get everything packed, and then I'm just gonna binge watch Arrow. Alright, it's about 12:20, and I want a piece of cheesecake. That's like one of my favorite types right there. And he just got it today. And I leave tomorrow. Apparently the place that made that cheesecake also has some pretty good cookies. Pretty good. I like how I can taste the salt in there. A little bit of salt in cookies is good to me. 7:15. I was supposed to leave 15 minutes ago, but I woke up 10 minutes ago. So, flying spaghetti monster. And it's been fun in California. Alright, and in SFO. My flight is to Phoenix and then to Tucson. So, security now. Gate 47 to Tucson, to Phoenix, whatever. Hopefully Phoenix won't be this bad.
Thank you for flying American Airlines, and we hope you will make the most of this limited time offer for 50,000 bonus miles. If this is your first time applying for the card, you will also earn an extra 500 miles for applying on this flight. Don't miss out.
I have half an hour in Tucson. So the flight from Phoenix to Tucson was said to take 45 minutes, and it took 19. So just how I left it. It's great to be back in Tucson. I like it here. It's a comfortable environment. Not that California is not. California is just a very different type of environment than this is here in Tucson. Maybe you remember from the last vlog, when we came from San Francisco to Tucson. Well, here, let me reword this. The whole reason we originally came out to Tucson last time was to visit family and to bring cat number 1 and cat number 2, Misty and Jerry. They were supposed to be at this house and there he goes trying to eat my food. They were supposed to be at this house until we got back from San Francisco, which was, we would be here in Tucson, we would be in San Francisco for less than a week, and then they'd be gone. And when we touched back down to Tucson last time, they were still here because my grandma said, oh, okay, we're just gonna keep them here, whatever. It has been over a month, and I come here only to find out that they are still here, and she has still not moved them because she doesn't feel like it. I don't know why, but okay, so it's 7:30. I forgot how dark this hallway is, and I've been watching Arrow, and I have one more episode, and I really want to watch the finale, but my legs are absolutely killing me for some reason, and this cat keeps on coming in here for whatever reason as well. But I think it's because the leg room that I had in the airplane was not a whole lot, and they're absolutely killing me. So I'm gonna go sit in the hot tub for a little bit, even though it's gonna be burning because it's still like in the 90s out. Alright, it is 11:20. Boy, did I sleep really well. I don't really know what I'm going to do today. All I know is that in about an hour I'm going to go somewhere. I am supposed to be getting a vehicle today. Just one that the family just has, and it just sits around apparently. But that means I will be able to go out. And today's really the only day to go out because my grandma already has plans to do stuff today. I'll get to do whatever, so gotta come up with something. It's noon, we're going out somewhere, probably to get lunch. Okay, so it turns out that I get to watch my grandma's dogs while she goes to the VA with her husband, and I totally wasn't expecting to do that. Now, I have to watch the dogs because these are really old dogs. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be here for, so, because she totally didn't tell me. She just said that you can come over here for a little bit and then you can go. So, but I want to say their appointment at the VA was at like 2. So I think I might be here for a little while. I have a training that I'm teaching Sunday, and I'm working on it now since I found a computer here. It's, what, 2:45? I worked on the presentation. I got a good amount done, but I'm just kind of done with it. I don't know when they're coming back, but I don't have anything else to do. The TV only has news channels, which are no interest to me. So just kind of gotta find something. You know, that dog over there is the only one that's on my nerves that I have to be on the lookout for, because Bob here and Wally there are all right. They've been sleeping this whole time. All right, here's my sick ride. It's a Buick. It's a Buick Park Avenue. This is supposedly like the high-end model. So I'm not used to driving 4 doors. I don't really like it because I'm used to driving a truck with all this stuff higher up. Whoa. All right. Oh my gosh, the steering wheel's so hot. It looks really, really long too compared to what I'm used to. Let's go. That is Herman Tower in the TMC. I used to have to go there a good amount. Alright, it is 5:26 and I'm about to go back to my grandma's house. I came here, did a little bit of schoolwork. I really couldn't focus, I don't know why, but going back over there to get dinner and then I'll be back here, so. I decided to get some Pringles, because why not? Look at this big air bubble up here. Alright, it is 8:15. I just finished up my classwork for today, so that pretty much means I'm done for today, I guess. Gonna watch some Netflix now. I've been watching Netflix for some time now, but it's time to switch over to TV and watch some late night. I'm gonna watch The Late Show because that's my favorite late night talk show. It's Wednesday. I've been out most of the day. I'm here at an antique mall helping my grandma stock her business. You know, there always is a bunch of cool stuff at these antique malls. I find it interesting to come here every now and then just to look around and see what they have here. But last time I was here, I saw this and it was cool, but I didn't get any pictures of it because I think this is in between phones. But take a look at this thing. It's an old Volkswagen. Like, check out that engine. It's pretty legit. More proof that there's cool stuff here. Alright, it is just before 3:30. I just got back. Basically just helped my grandma restock her little store. And after that we went to the comic store because like I said, I'm trying to get my brother to watch all these other DC series. So I picked up Flashpoint because that's what season 3 is revolving around. Alright, so it is 6 o'clock now. I've just been kind of doing whatever today, not much. I just finished up I worked on part of my class. The next thing I need to do is, what I'm starting now, is finish up this presentation for Sunday because people were asking about it and it needs to be done. I'll grab some dinner after I finish this up and then I'm gonna practice my presentation because I really need to do that. Alright, it's 7 o'clock. I'm super bored, so there's this really nice scenic spot that I want to go to. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there and just drive around. It's in the Saguaro National Forest, which is not too far from here, so that's good.
Road.
Well, I wish I would have come a little bit sooner, even though it would have been much hotter. I would have had better scenery because dark skies, apparently a monsoon is coming in, so. But rain isn't nothing that I've ever seen. I live in Texas and it's flooded there numerous times, including now, apparently. No, I was not referencing Hurricane Harvey right there. If I'm not mistaken, it was just more rain than usual, which was just maybe a couple inches in the street, but you know, One thing I've realized editing this after Hurricane Harvey, it's just the amount of complaining I'm doing about, oh, it's raining, oh, there's no rain, and my wording, I keep on saying flooding, like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I kind of want to just do a question of the month up here, though, or something like that, but certainly I like coming up here. It's a nice place to just kind of relax. I wanted to try and get up to the top up there, and it's not very high, but the trail is pretty rigorous up there, and I don't really have the right shoes on, and it's getting dark out, and with the monsoon coming, I just don't want it to rain and be stuck up there. Not that I haven't hiked in rain, but in this type of terrain, it's not exactly ideal. Okay, I've been up here a couple minutes. Like I said, it's nice to be here, but I'm definitely going to have to come back here with my DSLR. I've got this. There's so many places out here compared to Houston where you can just take pictures, because Houston's just flat. It's an industrial city. You really have to kind of go in the outskirts of Houston to really see anything nice. You can go downtown Houston and take city pictures or whatnot, but up here is just, it's a different setting here in Tucson. California is a little bit different. It's kind of in between for pictures and whatnot, but I like Tucson. And I saw lightning. That means it's time to go. Too bad this camera is not that great in video at night. Alright, let's get going. One thing that I hate about this car is this fan. I mean, it's so loud. I like the turn signals though. Holy crap, look at Tucson down there. That's just... Little things you notice about cars. Check how long this turning signal is on the first time. Hold on, let me do that again. Did you notice that? It's weird. And look at the color of the signal too. It's really more of a white than an orange. Whatever. I'm at Whataburger. I'm gonna try and see how it holds up to a real Whataburger in Texas, because this is a fake Whataburger. Okay, so this comparison would only be fair if I knew what I was eating. So, this is my regular meal at Whataburger. Root beer, fries, spicy ketchup, patty melt. So, presentation looks about the same. Well, it is the same. Root beer tastes okay. Fries are a little cold. Let's see. That does definitely not look like a patty melt. The patty melts back home have a lot more onions, I know that. And there's usually a bunch of the sauce and onions all over the paper, and it's usually a little more grilled than this bread. What is that? What? Oh, come on. Come on, Whataburger. Oh, man. I have a very strong feeling that this is not going to hold up to Texas Whataburger. Whataburger was founded in Texas, so that's why it's important to see. I'm actually going to try the spicy ketchup first. Always get the spicy ketchup at Whataburger, not the regular one. This spicy ketchup here, it takes a second for the kick to get in, but it's definitely there. The one back in Texas, you immediately feel a kick. I'll try it again. Yeah, it just doesn't have the same. Okay, now that one was a little bit better. That one was the best out of the three. But, alright, see how a patty melt holds up. Patty melt, for those of you who don't know, 2 burgers, onions, their special sauce, cheese. It's the best thing there. Yeah, this is, no, it tasted all right for a second there, but then there was just so much more meat than anything else. I'm used to a lot more sauce and a lot more onions, and the bread is also one of the factors of it, but this bread is a lot different, so. Overall, definitely not Texas Whataburger, but it's Whataburger nonetheless. Alright, so it is 9:15, just ate my dinner, and now I am going to do another piece of schoolwork. Now I'm in the 1950s now, and pretty much the 1900s. I find all of that so interesting. That's like my favorite era of history. Of U.S. history, I guess. So it's really getting kind of interesting and something that I'm actually enjoying reading, I guess. So I'm gonna dig into that here now. Just finished reading about the Cold War and whatnot, and I learned that in the 1952 and 1956 election, it was against the same 2 people. It was Dwight D. Eisenhower and Adlai Stevenson. They both won their party's nomination and both ran against each other in 1952 and 1956, and Eisenhower won both times. I didn't know that. Well, I knew that Eisenhower won both times, but I didn't know he was running against the same person both times. Found that interesting. So now I've got to read 10 pages of notes over it and take a quiz over it. And I have 4 minutes until the late show comes on, so I'm just going to kind of read the notes and do that stuff during the commercial breaks. Alright, it is 12:45. No, I did not just wake up. Today is Thursday, and it's my last full day here. So I leave tomorrow to go back home. I'm excited to be home, but I kind of want to be traveling as well, because it's just it's fun. But anyway, so I have to do some laundry today. Got to do schoolwork, of course. And I apparently, like, my grandma's husband, he's down at the VA, and my great grandma's over watching the dogs. And I was told to go over there yesterday. Like, my grandma said yesterday, oh, go over there tomorrow to her house. So that great grandma doesn't have to be there the whole time. But then she texted me today saying that I don't have to go over there, but she also left a note saying I should go over there. So I don't really know, but I think I'm gonna go over there, and I'm just gonna bring my textbook with me and just get something done over there. So yeah. All right, let's get going. All right, I'm here. Time to go in. Great grandma just left, so I've got the house to myself now. I'm gonna read because there's nothing on TV. Actually, before I start reading, I want to show you a couple really cool things around the house here. Well, besides Sadie. She just keeps on following me around. I also got these two dogs confused the other day. That one is Wally and that one's Bob. Cool military display number 1. My grandma's husband was in the military for a very, very long time. Old gun, old knife, clock that used to be in our house, bowl that used to be in our house, old clock number 2, American flag. Alright, so as I was filming that last segment, my grandma came home, which was a lot sooner than expected because I was expecting to be over there for 2 or 3 hours. It's 4:25 now. I filmed that around 12:25, 12:30, maybe. I don't know, but whatever. We went out, and I didn't really film anything, but let me go home, and I'll show you why. Presents! Not really presents, but let's take a look at this bag. Let's see what we have in the bag first. Office 365, 5 people, 1 year subscription, because yeah. Weber internet security. It came with what I'm about to show you, well, here in a couple minutes. I'm not going to use it, but I do know people who will, and I'm going to put it on my brother's computer because they're always seeming to download some sort of virus. MX Master Pro. Apparently one of the best mice around. I think you know where this is going. Let's go inside and I'll show you. This. Okay, this is something cool. I was kind of forced into buying that. Well, I didn't buy it, but I was kind of forced into choosing something, so yeah. Let's go ahead and let's open it up. No! Go away, cat. God. Right there. And right there. Come on, come on. It's a lot harder doing this one-handed. And right. Get off of my textbook. Stop eating my textbook! What are you doing? Don't eat the car keys. Don't eat my sunglasses. I don't need your help. Go away. Thank you. Yes, stay. Oh, this thing's a pain. Come on. One of these days I'm going to get this out of here. Not what I need. Definitely don't want to throw this. Not what I need. That scared the cat. Cable number 1. Cable number 2. Not something I need. That one also scared the cat. Box. I generally keep it just in case. That did not scare the cat. Well, I guess Jerry enjoys the box. Right? Okay. Okay, so let's do some explaining here while I unbox. Well, kind of. Whatever. While I open this up. Basically, this is a form of payment. This is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. My grandma's telling me that in a couple weeks, she wants to go to her 50th class reunion because she's organizing it. And she needs someone to look after her dogs and her mom and her husband. And she asked if I could stay down here for a couple of days in a few weeks. So I said, yeah, sure. And she said, oh, okay, well, because of that, I'm going to buy you a laptop. What? Okay, I don't really need a laptop, but... So basically, for those of you who don't know, I do online school. Yes, I know some of you think it's a joke, but it's actually harder because you do have to teach yourself. And I have a couple laptops. I have the Blue HP Stream, which is kind of my go-to laptop. I also have the other HP, which I don't want to say stole, but borrowed from my grandma. She thought I could take it for a little while. And then I had the old crap top, which was my old laptop powerhouse. That was my main powerhouse before I got my desktop. Because the hinge on that broke, I needed a backup laptop. So that's why I got the HP Stream. She thought it would be a fantastic idea to get me a laptop for, I don't really know why. I do use my laptop for a lot of stuff, my HP, but it's really only basic stuff. I just need something to pretty much access the internet because everything I do is online. Not just school-wise, but presentations that I give, I generally have those saved on Google Drive, OneDrive, whatever. So anyways, yesterday she said for me to start looking at laptops. So I said, I don't really need one, but I guess I'll look at them. So I looked online and I didn't really see one that I felt comfortable with, that I think I'd be able to use every day. When she got home today from the VA, she said, okay, well, let's go out to eat and let's go look at laptops. Okay, whatever. So we head down to Best Buy, and of course, I know that Best Buy isn't going to have a great selection or anything really compared to what I'm looking for. She found something that she liked, and that it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'll say that. But she only wanted to get it because it was on a sale. Like it was $300 or $400 off, which is compared to what it was originally priced for. That's not bad. I was pretty much pressured to pick a laptop today, and there were a couple good options, but I ultimately ended up going with this one. Let me read you some specs real quick. Display, 15.6 inches, perfect size. i7, 7500, 12 gigs of RAM, and I do plan on getting an external hard drive for an additional 1 or 2 terabytes. Intel graphics, Windows 10, whatever. That's it. One thing that I do like in a laptop is the ports. So a lot of the newer laptops, they don't have that many ports. They're all going USB-C, which is okay. My phone is now USB-C, so I've started to dig into the USB-C industry, if you will. But I need other stuff, HDMI, Ethernet, USB-A, all that stuff. Headphone jack, USB-A, HDMI, USB-C, charging, USB-A, SD card slot. These are all the basic ports that I need. Let's go ahead and let's play with it for a little bit. This is pretty heavy. This is metal, and I'm saying this is a good 5 or 6 pounds, if not more. Let's see if we can find that out. That's the model, if any of you are interested. I don't know how heavy it is, but it is certainly pretty heavy. So, can I open it with one hand? Ooh, I can. Maybe. Come on. Pretty. Look at this. It looks almost like a MacBook, which, you know. Oh, this is, I actually didn't realize that this is a 2-in-1. Well, not really a 2-in-1, but I can convert it. I can fold it around all the way. Windows 10 hello, probably won't use that. 51, so you know, whatever. No. Where's the power on this thing? Am I just not seeing a power button on here? How do you turn this thing on? These are all just... Do you turn it on? Oh, it's probably one of these buttons right here. Power volume. I don't like that placement. Not at all. I do not like that. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay, definitely needs to be charged then. Okay, well, that light's a good sign. And I'm so used to having my charging cord on the left or the right instead of the left, so that's definitely going to be something I'm going to have to get used to. But let's try this again. I hate this power button. Ooh, backlit. Okay. Let's look at it. All right, it is setting up. Don't like the keys that much, but I'm thinking about getting a keyboard for it because I think I might also hook another monitor up to this so I can maximize the usage of this. Trackpad, it seems fairly small, but all right. Keys aren't that clunky, which it's a touchscreen, which is fine. I don't really use touchscreen all that much. Here we go. All right, let's take this sticker off. It's almost like it was never there. Alright, don't need this stuff. Oh no, don't come out. Please don't come out. Alright, let's do that. Definitely don't need silica gel. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Also don't need this. Oh God, cat, please no. Stay away from my computer. Get off of my freaking computer. No, 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 no. Don't act like there's something there, because there's not. Here, you want to play? Go get it. Go on, go. There you go. Now this is something that I am used to. This looks more like home. All the rain and clouds. Looks like a monsoon is coming in. Oh, I feel rain. Alright. Most important thing, downloading Chrome. Let's watch a video and see how the speakers are. Pretty good. Okay, the speaker actually kind of sucks, but I'm going to be using headphones most of the time. I just found out that part of the reason that interstates were created is, and I quote, the need to provide rapid exit routes from the city in the event of nuclear war. Cool. Alright, so I just finished my homework for today, and I'm going to watch some TV, watch some Netflix, and watch one episode, and then I will get back to doing some more homework so that I'm getting caught up and kind of ahead. Doing some laundry right now, also making myself dinner, watching the cat play with this toy, and my flight's tomorrow. So my flight is from Tucson to DFW, which is Dallas Fort Worth, and then from DFW back to Houston. So I am certainly excited to be back, or ready to be back in Houston, because I've been gone just a little bit too long. This cat is literally like a dog. You might go and chase it. You want it? You want it? It's been probably about 5 or 10 minutes since I gave the cat that toy, and he's still running around with it. The cat is so entertained. There's a bus back there in the history textbook, and the cat right here. Oh, this is not very convenient. He's just making himself comfortable in my book. Alright, it is 9:45. I just finished reading my chapter. I've got a headache. I get headaches every now and then, and they're like pretty bad. They're like not migraines, but they're not headaches. I don't really know what they are, but they're more so my neck hurting me than anything, and I know when they're coming, and right now one is coming. So anyway, yeah, finished reading, so I'm gonna read the notes over it and take the quiz and watch some TV, Impractical Jokers, and then the Late Show. The Google animation for today is so cool. It's about like hip hop and whatnot. You can check it out if you Google has they have like all of their animations. Today is August 10th, so check it out. It's pretty cool. So I didn't think to get a laptop bag. Get it tomorrow, August 11th. Never mind. Alright, so it is 12:23 and I need to pack up all of my stuff and go to sleep because I have to leave here at 8 o'clock. Alright, 1 o'clock. I'm all packed and I need to go get some sleep now. Alright, 7:53. cleaned out the room. Everything is good to go. Flight is at, or it boards at 10:55, or maybe takes off at 10:50. Well, whatever. Time to go to the airport. I'm here. There's like no one in this airport. I made it to Dallas. Good to be back in Texas.
This time we're talking about 1062 Kingston.
Alvarez, and he's out US.
I'm back in Houston.
Many customers Mario Castro, Ofelia Miller,
To the Skyway, the
Kate Ramirez, and Lacey Sanchez.
Thanks for losing my electric razor, American. It was a fun trip, though.